Whether you are new to using Polaris for acquisitions or you need to access fiscal year and fund records after a fiscal year rollover, it is important to know how to set up a fiscal year and fund record from scratch and how to edit the records. This video demonstrates how to create and edit fiscal year and fund records. To create a new fiscal year in Leap, open the new drop-down menu and click on Fiscal Year. This is the new fiscal year record. Next, type in a name for the fiscal year. Select the library from the Owner drop-down menu and update the start and end dates. Then press Save. After saving the record, the Funds tab appears in the fiscal year record. You will use this tab to create fund records. Most staff need to access the fiscal year records to edit the record or add new fund records after the fiscal year rollover. When this occurs, you need to access the fiscal year record by searching for it with the Find tool. To find the fiscal year record, press Find at the top of the screen. Set up the Find tool to search for the fiscal year name, then press the search icon. After executing the search, click on Open to access the fiscal year record. Edit the Detail tab of the record as needed, or access the funds from the Funds tab. To create a new fund record, click on the Funds tab of the fiscal year record. Next, click on New Fund. This opens the new fund record. Type in the name and alternative name. Then select the library from the Owner menu. If you would like to be able to transfer money from one fund to another, the Transfer checkbox needs to be checked. The Display checkbox controls whether the fund name appears in the Fund drop-down menus. Next, save the record. After saving the record, the Actions drop-down menu appears. To assign beginning allocations to the fund, open the Actions drop-down menu. Select Adjust Fund Balances from the menu. This opens the Adjust Fund Balances dialog box. Assign Beginning Allocation is automatically selected. Assign an amount and click Update Fund to apply the allocation. When assigning the beginning allocation, the encumbrance and expenditure limits are updated on the Balances tab of the fund record. If you would like to adjust the limits, click on the amounts in the Limits box and adjust as desired. After you press Close, you will return to the Funds tab of the fiscal year record. As you continue to add new funds and return to the Funds tab, you will need to press Refresh to refresh the list of funds on the screen. The funds will appear in alphabetical order. The hierarchical view has not been created as of version 7.1, so any summary funds or parent funds will be in alphabetical order in the list. There may be times when you need to access a fund record to change its name or adjust the allocations. You can do so through the fiscal year record or by searching for a fund name in the Find tool. If you begin from the fiscal year record, click on the Funds tab of the fiscal year record. Then, open the fund by clicking on the row for the fund that needs editing. You can edit any of the fields on the Details tab. This includes changing the name of the fund, adding notes, or checking and unchecking the Transfers and Display checkboxes. You can also transfer money from one fund to another or adjust the allocations. As of version 7.1, the ability to adjust encumbrances or expenditures from the fund record is not available yet. To transfer money from one fund to another, open the fund that you will be transferring the money from. Open the Actions drop-down menu and select Transfer Money. The Transfer Money dialog box opens. Select the fund that will receive the money from the drop-down menu, type in the amount of money to be transferred, Add a note if needed, and then press Transfer. The History tab includes a row documenting the transfer. To adjust the fund balance, open a fund record. Next, open the Actions drop-down menu and select Adjust Fund Balances. The Adjust Fund Balance dialog box opens. You can choose to add funds by clicking on Supplementary Allocation or to subtract funds by clicking on Reduction in Allocation. Type in the amount of the adjustment, add in a note, and then press Update Fund. The History tab now includes a row to document the adjustment. This has been a tutorial on fiscal year and fund records. If you have any questions, contact help at ccslib.org.